How do you get employees to stick around? What's going to differentiate you from other employers out there? That's exactly what we're going to talk about today. Hey everyone, I'm Abby Johnson with Matterhorn Business Development, and as I already said, today we are going to talk about employee retention. So here at Matterhorn, we are business coaches and mentors. We help business owners grow their business and grow it profitably. So when I'm working with clients one-on-one or in a group setting, this topic comes up a lot. Hiring employees, retaining employees, lots of things involving employee management. So today I want to specifically talk about retention because I know these days it is more difficult. I think that's an excuse. Honestly, there are definitely ways to retain employees, even in this economy or this day and age or whatever. There's always something you can do to get ahead and make sure that you are retaining your best talent. So I want to talk to you about that today. So I'm just going to say off the bat, there are some employees who are going to leave for a 50-cent an hour raise. And that's just how it is. No matter what you do, no matter how kind you are or caring or whatever, they are just there to clock in and clock out and get that paycheck. The key here is we're going to talk about ways to create a differentiation in your workplace and in your culture that makes them want to stick around and actually attracts people who want to stick around, who want to work hard. If you implement these, I'm not saying that it's 100% success rate because it also depends on the person. And there are people out there just looking to clock in, clock out. They don't really care about your business or their product or exchange to your business at the end of the day. So the first thing to retain employees is to first of all make sure that they are successfully set up for their job in the first place. If you've already done the first prerequisite step of hiring a good quality person, not someone who's just clocking in and out for a paycheck, then these people want to help. They want to work. They want to do a good job, and them doing a good job is very dependent on your training. This is typically what I see. A business owner hires someone for a job, gives them minimal training, minimal expectations, then turns around and is upset when they don't deliver what the business owner wanted in the first place. How can you expect someone to deliver what you want without properly communicating it? This is why training and setting expectations from the beginning is so key and so crucial. So make sure that from the beginning you have communicated to the employee what is needed and what is expected from them, and then give them the tools to actually execute it. The next point is you need to let your employees know what is happening in the business. This is key for everything I'm talking about here, but more communication is better than less communication. If things are going crappy right now, you can be upfront and say, look, things are crappy, we gotta turn this around. Don't do any blame or yelling or anything like that, because no one wants to be on the receiving point of that, even if they did mess up. But if the business as a whole is struggling, they can know that it's struggling. If the business is doing well, they should know that it's doing well because they're contributing to that. I get a lot of people who come to me and they're so hesitant to share their numbers and revenue numbers with their employees. I can't imagine being an employee and not knowing the revenue of the company. How do I know the score in the game, my score in the game? How do I know if what we're doing is actually going somewhere? People are scared to share these numbers with employees because they think the response will just be greed or resentment or something like that. But again, if you got those good quality hires in the first place, when they know the numbers, they just want to help contribute to them. And that leads into the next point, which is creating a bonus and compensation plan that is fair, competitive, and makes sense for your industry. I can totally get on the employee end when they see revenue growing and growing, or see the business owner buying a new car and buying a new house and going on a European vacation or whatever. I can see how that can create some upset or resentment. How would you feel if you were in that position? You're working your butt off and you're not seeing any reward for it. You're just getting that same base pay. So what I like to do, and I actually have a whole video on this, is create a bonus plan. And And that bonus plan is based off of revenue numbers because everyone in the business in some way, shape, or form contributes to the revenue. If you create a bonus plan structured on growth, you have to establish a baseline of where the business is actually profitable. But if your employees get a cut of that growth or that pool, a bonus pool based off of growth, they're going to be more incentivized to grow, and they're also going to be happier because they actually feel rewarded for when they are working harder. So again, you can go check out my whole video on how to create that bonus plan based off of revenue. And lastly is another one based on communication. If you can't tell, that's important, but you need to be able to have an open communication with your employees, and they need to know that they can come to you either when they are struggling or maybe when they have ideas. If they're struggling and need help, they should feel comfortable coming to you and not getting, torn to bits for saying, hey, I'm falling down on the job. Can you please help me out? What am I doing wrong? I need an assistant, maybe, whatever it is. You need to be open to hearing those things and working with your employees to solve them. Ideally, they come to you with a solution. So the best kind of employee comes to you and says, hey, I've been having this problem. I'm doing this double entry, or I've noticed that I can't get everything done in the 40 hours a week, or whatever it may be. And then they come to you with a solution and say, hey, would you be willing for me to work 5 extra hours a week of overtime so I can get this done? Or would you be, obviously that's an added expense to you, but they're willing to put in that extra work to get it done. Are you willing to do an automation project where we could automate some of these tasks so that I could get more done in a week? So hopefully you have those proactive people who can come to you. You as the business owner need to make them feel like they can come to you in the first place and have these conversations. Typically what I see and how business owners and bosses are kind of villainized on the internet is the employees are usually met with anger, antagonism, being yelled at, and not treated well. So all you have to do is treat someone nice like a human being and treat them how you would want to be treated. And part of that is by letting them be a part of the group, contribute their ideas, and come to you when they need help. And really, if I could summarize everything I just said, just treat others how you would want them to treat you. If you're going to create a compensation and bonus plan, look at it and see if you would want to accept that bonus and compensation plan if you were in their position. If someone comes to you with an upset or a problem, how would you want to be treated in that situation? Literally just being a nicer boss and a nicer human can make all the difference in creating a happy work culture and wanting people to stay. I'm not saying that you can't be tough and you can't set tough goals and, really put the demand on your employees to perform and implement statistics to monitor their performance. We talk about all those things here on this channel, but you can do all of these things while being a nice person. And that really is what's going to differentiate you from other companies or your competition out there that might want to poach these people from you. So if you've been struggling with employee issues and you feel like you need a sounding board, someone to help you through these situations, check out below. You can book a free profit assessment. This is a private one-on-one call with me or someone on our team where we will deep dive into your specific problem, come up with a solution for you, and see if maybe one of our packages is a good fit for you. I also want to mention our channel sponsor is MetaPulse. Of course, they have everything you need to manage the growth of your business and manage the employees in your business. Know who's a winner, who's kind of falling down and needs some help. Everything can be monitored within MetaPulse, so you can go get a free account there today. All right, thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful. Make sure you hit subscribe, and I will see you next time.